With Sudhi and Suchi.
You are hearing it here on Hear It Here with Sudhi and
Suchi!
Yes, this is the place where you hear a lot about Bollywood, everything that's happening now, everything that happened then, everything that is going to happen. Speaking of things that happened most recently, we had a release of Arya 2, right?
Which I liked, yeah, Suchi.
Yes, absolutely.
Quite
I
a
liked
tight
Arya
show.
1, yeah, I liked Arya 1 too. 1, 2.
1, 2.
No, well, Sushmita Sen created waves playing Arya Serene in this series, but little do people know that this web series was actually offered to Ravina Tandon. She said no to it.
And of course, she's done fabulously well with
In
Aranyak.
Of course. But not only that, before that, this same web series was supposed to be made into a film, and they had asked Kajol to do it. And
She also said no.
She also said no. Well, they both said no, and Sushmita won again, so she has ruled over the universe yet again with Arya, and no wonder they've got all of these nominations and stuff like that.
And they deserve it, man.
Absolutely.
I think Sid Kher, special mention for him.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Sikku Kher.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, well, of course, Sushant Singh Rajput, God rest his soul, his sister is talking about making a biopic on Sushant Singh Rajput, and she believes, Suchi, that with technology and artificial intelligence, it might be possible.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very interesting.
And speaking about biopics, well, guess who else? Kapil Sharma is jumping on that bandwagon, and we know that a biopic on his life is going to be made. We don't really know who's going to play him.
He apparently wants a biopic made on him.
Yeah.
That means like he's actually going up to people and saying, please make a biopic on me.
Yeah. But he's not saying make it with me acting in it. I don't understand that, because they don't seem to have said who is actually going to play Kapil Sharma. But we do have a producer who's already on board called Mahavir Jain.
Yes, and of course now Suchi, talking about Mahavir Jain is on the biopic bandwagon. He's very thrilled about the idea of making biopics, and he's making one on Vishwanathan Anand,
Chess master.
the Grandmaster. And Vishwanathan Anand, his wish is that Amir Khan plays him in the film.
Oh, तो बाजी अब पलटने वाली है. Amir Khan is going to be playing a chess master.
Check and
Mate.
well done. Dun, 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 dun. That was the end of the headlines.
Okay.
Suchi, please move to the left.
Why?
Please, with chair, Suchi. Okay, no, wait. Go to the right. Well done,
Very
Suchi.
good.
I'm telling you why.
Why?
Because we have to make space for our guest. Yes, we are going to be delighted because somebody is physically joining us in the studio today.
Yes, and somebody who is very, very, what a bubbly personality. She's all over the internet, she's really, active on Insta.
And she's tall also.
She's very tall.
Yes.
Very, very talented actress. Not only does she do theatre, but she's like one of the OTT queens, frankly speaking.
Absolutely.
And she has been for quite a while. Somebody who wears lipstick under her burqa as
Ah, nice. I'm liking that little teaser.
You see, and it is somebody who I've worked with and I love very, very much. So you are about to meet someone special.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are with the one and only Aahana Kumra.
Uga.
Now who's acting like a monkey? Welcome, Aahana. It's great to have you here in the studio.
Thanks.
After we've done all our various bandargiri in various locations, shooting for various things.
Various things.
But how's it going in general with you? How has the pandemic been treating you? How has everything been treating you over the last couple of years?
Actually great, I have to say, because the pandemic gave me enough time to actually worry and figure out that there's something you will call fitness and health, which I think I could.
Oh yeah, you went full on into it.
I got full on into it. I started running.
Which is actually commendable because it was a time when people went into very dark areas and spaces in their mind.
Yeah, not when you live with a sister called Shivani. Like I have a sister who's really a fitness freak.
Right.
She would wake me up at 6 a.m. It was good. I kind of got locked in with her and her family. So I've got like a 5-year-old nephew, husband, me and my sister. So all of us are doing our jhadu, katka, pocha, everything together. So everything had a timetable. And it was very simple. अगर मुझे मेरे घर पे रहना था, so my parents would have let me chill.
Right.
Yeah.
But because I was staying with my sister, she's like Colonel Shivani Singh. So she's like, it's literally like I'm in the army cantonment. I have to wake up at 6 a.m. Coffee is kept in front of me. She's like, chalo, ut.
So no option really.
Nothing.
No option.
And then literally because she has to sit in front of the laptop because it was work from home.
Correct.
So then she has to be in front of the laptop at 9 o'clock. So उससे पहले मुझे मेरा workout खत्म करना है.
Correct.
So whether I'm running or doing whatever the hell, I need to finish and like be done at 9 o'clock sitting for Zoom, classes with my nephew.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I was doing all sorts of things, and
That's
so it
nice,
really
yeah.
gave me a lot of time to watch shows, things that I otherwise didn't get to do. I think as actors, what we sometimes miss is we pick up so much work, at least somebody like me who's a workaholic, who literally jumps from one project to another.
Right.
I don't watch shows and I didn't watch other people's work for a very long time, and it gave me so much perspective, so much time to watch series and watch other people's performances, and I literally got so much inspiration. I wrote a show of my own. I wrote a film, which I'm in the process of now, like pitching my show to like various platforms, and it's really nice. So I was just like, wow, I managed to do a lot during the lockdown.
Did you get to internalize as well?
I did actually. I started meditating, which is something that I don't do as a human being. I'm a very, like, my energies are all over. Anybody who knows me, and I think Suchi can vouch for this, because she also is like, I think somewhere very similar to who I am. So, you know, people like us, too much energy, too much, want to do everything, want to probably do cartwheels, can't be trapped in one place, you know. So I think it gave me time, because it really was like, okay, 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock I have to meditate. I used to meditate for an hour, and then I used to, like, you know, sit for this class, and I used to do so much, like, you know, jhadu, pocha, bartan. We all had divided work. So I think it was really, I have not had this time, and I don't think I'll ever get this time again in my life.
So it also, as you said, it was a bit of a creative time for you, where you wrote your scripts, etc. Is there something? Can you tell us a little bit about it, or maybe not?
I don't think I should like delve into it, but it's something that has been a part of my life, and it's something that I have lived. You know, that journey has been a part of my life.
Okay.
And I don't know. I just think, like, you know, sometimes you just send out messages in the universe, and it just happens.
They always do.
It just is weird. Like, I remember I was shooting for an ad film, and I was sitting outside because मैं बहुत बोर हो रही थी, मुझे अंदर lighting चल रही थी, मैंने कहा अरे अंदर कौन बैठेगा, you know. So I'm sitting outside. The director came and sat with me outside, and he was just like, you know, this young boy, and he was like, so what do you do and all. मैंने कहा यार तेरे पास writer नाम की कोई चीज़ है, क्योंकि मैं writer ढूंढ रही हूँ, because I can't, like, I'm not a writer, so I'm looking for somebody who can co-write with me and stuff. So he was like, oh, I'll write. What do you want? And I said, what do you mean you'll write? He's like, मैंने तूने मेरा shot चुरा लिया तो. He's like, नहीं चुराऊंगा, you know, there's that. But it was lovely because he was making a short film, and he said, will you do my short film for me? I'll write for you. So it was a great barter that kind of worked out for both of us. And now I'm selling his film to like various platforms. And he's also,
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's co-written my show with me, and it's amazing. And I didn't know this side of the world. So this is an absolutely new journey that has happened for me. And I'm like now understanding what it is for content writers, for content creators, how difficult it is to pitch shows, what it is to like really go out there and sell your idea. And I think idea is everything in today's time and age. So I think like it's amazing.
So
and I see a lot of people doing a lot of new things now.
Basically, you're not going to tell us what
No.
Well, that's okay. We'll find out soon enough whatever it is.
बन जाएगा तो देख लेना.
But Aahana and me, as I said earlier, I mean, we've had the good fortune of working in two very different projects.
Oh God!
Yeah, Betal and Call My Agent.
Yes.
You know, in Betal, of course, we had some chaotic, mad times. You know, we had to do all of this training and stuff, Sudhi, which she was like full on. Okay,
Yahana
was
ji.
like,
Yahana,
our
that's
trainer
my
used
name.
to call her Yahana. Yeah, so that's my name.
You could understand my name, I think. And Suchi ji, he used to love.
And Suchi ji, so we was trying not to do all the
Suchi ji.
I was trying not to do any of the training because I was like, oh, but I'm the commanding officer. No, he said just stand there in the line and do the same training with all of them. You know, but that was quite an experience.
It was amazing. Yeah, I think Vedanta for all of us was really nice. It was very different, and I think we were the only two actual like women on the set.
And Manjari, of course.
Manjari, of course.
Yeah,
Manjari had like a separate track altogether. But we were both in like the in the cantonment and
And for her, what was the interesting thing or brand new thing was that whole scar across her face where she had to sit for hours, doing that.
So it was really nice. I think it was very interesting for me as an actor to be able to do a new prosthetics patch and stuff because I didn't know how long it takes to really wear prosthetics, and it was a completely different. I've been very happy actually with everything that has happened with me in all my characters. I've been very lucky. I've never been typecast. I've never been like told कि यही character play करना है कि यही करना है. All different characters and amazing actors I get to work with. And I think at one point of time बेताल में तो भूल भी गए थे कि मैं लड़की हूँ. Because at one point of time हम लोग barracks में shoot कर रहे थे, हम लोग कहीं इगतपुरी में shoot कर रहे हैं, हम tunnels में shoot कर रहे हैं. And it was literally to the extent कि जवानों कूदो, जवानों रेगो, अरे body फट गई लेके भागो. It was really fun.
Really good fun.
It was really fun.
But you know what? One of the performances which I remember, which really jumped out at me was Marzi.
Yeah.
No, I really thought that.
How nice! So nice to know that.
Yeah, it did because I think the way you kind of. That's why I asked you about internalization because I think you really did internalize when you played that particular character. And I think it was just very evident in the performance that I saw, and I felt, but wait a minute, this is maybe a very thinking actor. And that's the sense I got. I mean, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Not at all. I think you've really hit the nail, because I feel, and it's odd you mentioned this, because yesterday we were talking about Marzi, and I'm doing another show right now, and my entire team, who's doing my makeup and hair, and they know how I work, and they were like, why are we not having a season 2? And I was just like, I have no idea. And I was like, for me, emotionally, it has one of the most draining parts, or like emotionally draining shows that I have done in my career, and I'm lucky that I got a part like this, because nobody looks at me and says, what, Aahana can play vulnerable. And they always look at me like, oh,
the tough one.
Here is she. Here's the tough one. Here's the bitch. Here's the boss lady. Here's this. But it's nice that somebody actually saw me in a different light. And I'm like, who says that a person who looks tough or behaves tough cannot be vulnerable?
That's true.
And I think it's very important for actors. It's my job to make that character, humanize a character, or internalize an emotion. But if you give me the chance, I'll do it. But have that faith in me. And I'm glad the makers kind of saw me in that different light. And honestly, we were talking about, like, we shot it in Shimla, which is so scenic, it's so picturesque, but it's also very lonely. And I was very happy because I got to isolate myself. I'm playing another character right now where I had to I was shooting Bombay is a very chaotic place to work in, and in general, films in general, a set is a chaotic place. How do you block the noise off?
Correct.
So, I just sit in a corner and I just don't talk to anybody. I'm very unpleasant on set. Nobody wants to talk to me. So those are things that I did for Marzi.
Really?
I know, like a different part of me. But I did that for Marzi. And that worked. And I kid you not, I got the Asian Academy Award for, which is like the equivalent of the Emmys in Asia.
That's terrific.
And I won that award. And I think for me, it was a very big compliment that it came from, like, an international award happened, and I was blown. But I sincerely wish the platform had also thought of like a season 2.
Season 2.
I wish they do. Actually, I really wish
it really
because I think it just was a very well told story.
Absolutely.
It was.
I really enjoyed it.
And there are very few stories where they really let the character take the plunge and let us do things. And I think my director allowed me to do that. And, literally, like, the camera was on me 80% of the show. And it, what it means to carry a show.
That can be intimidating at one point. And also it can be liberating.
I think it's very liberating. And I've been waiting for that all my life. And I love doing that. And I want to be able to give as much tucker to a male counterpart as much as I can to a female. And I really want to do that. And I want to be able to do those kind of roles, provided they're given to me.
Sure.
Now you've also worked, when you're talking about male and female counterparts, but you've worked with male and female directors in all of your projects, like Lipstick Under My Burqa, etc. Have you found a major difference when it comes to the sensibilities of how they shoot, etc.? Let's not take names, but
no, actually, that's what Suchi means. Half of the time.
No. But I have worked with only one female director. I have not worked with any more apart from like Alankrita. She's my only female director, and I've absolutely loved working with her. But what made me, love her was that, she was the first director that I shot with who was, where I was also doing an intimate scene, or I was doing a sexual content. And it was very different from a man directing me versus a woman directing me. I mean, a man had...
Interesting.
Think about it. Like, this is a conversation that also happened when we were on the panel. I remember, like, when the film was banned and then, the whole controversy was going on. All of us, I don't know, I'm always confused about all my releases. But it's hilarious because, we used to always be on these panel discussions. So it was always Konkana, Ratna ma'am, Alankrita, Plabata and me. And the five of us, we were doing every interview in the world, and every journalist wanted to talk to us. And it was amazing because I literally got things like, small things like, like Konkana would talk about, like, she's like, I don't want to wax, man. I don't like this hairlessness. And I was like, fair enough, you don't like it. We're doing it because a man wants you to be like waxed and clean and neat. Why? I mean, I don't want to be that version of that person, And I think, small things like, why do I go to a chemist and I buy my sanitary napkins in a brown paper bag? Why am I like ashamed of it,
No, but condoms are also the same way.
I'm sure. And usually all the girls are like, tu chakala. The guy has to go.
Half of the times it used to be very traumatic.
It is. And then you go to the shop and then you're looking at
the fun bit is when the chemist is somebody who is...
Sudhi, we will go into your
I have to talk about this.
He's liberating himself.
It's been bottled up for so...
It's like doing a lipstick interview.
And then Mr. Gupta sitting right next to there.
But Anna, coming back to, controversies, etc. I mean, I can't help but bring up a little bit of the show that we both are in right now, which is, trending and causing quite a ruckus, which is called My Agent. And when you're talking about how people are, go the whole hog when it comes to sexuality and everything, this particular show has brought you, bouquets as well as brickbats. A lot of brickbats as well. We all know. I mean, I'm part of the show as well. But I mean, we can't understand why, because we know where it came from, where the inspiration of the show is from a French series, etc., etc. But how do you deal with something like that? I mean, I would probably just say take it in from one year and take it out, because this is just the flavor of the month. You want to scream and shout about something, and But does it affect you? Does it really affect you, or you just say, no, I'm going to prove with my next role?
Okay, to be honest, I didn't think it would affect me, but it has affected me, because when I remember the show came out and, everybody's waiting and everybody's like, okay, let's see what the reactions are going to be like. And suddenly Twitter's bustling with people telling you, oh, ye and ye Amal kaisi hai and this. And I'm just like, what did I do? It's I was just playing a part.
But then again, you've got Amitabh Bachchan who goes on Twitter and talks about the show and you, right? So,
he's amazing.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about that.
It was really nice. I think Big B is somebody I absolutely love and admire. He's somebody that has inspired me, I think, right from the beginning of my career, because I did begin my career with him. And, that one thing that I kept asking him, I think there were lots of moments between the two of us when we used to just sit together and not talk. And, to be able to share that moment with him was absolutely amazing, where I never spoke about anything and he would just tell me about his life, about his journey, and he would start telling me how difficult it was. He's like, it's so easy for you guys, you'll do this and you'll do that. And, when we were told to do action, I was told to jump from the first floor without any harness and stuff. Now, you guys have all these fancy things around you all. तुम्हारे पास तो harness है, तुम्हारे पास ये, हमारे पास कुछ नहीं होता था. कूदो तो कूदो. पैर टूटा तो टूटा. So, things like that. So, he's somebody I have really drawn inspiration from. He's somebody who comes on time. He never lets you. He doesn't, you never have to wait for him. He shoots from a particular time to a particular time. If you message him, he responds immediately. If I need to meet him, he'll immediately set up a meeting. I've had so many people tell me, this is my grandmother, she wants to meet him because she's a huge fan. And I've just told him, sir, this person's friend, my friend's grandmother wants to meet you. And for taxi, that meeting happens. He's the first person to message me even today on my birthday. 12 o'clock.
Sweet.
Before my parents, Mr. Bachchan's message comes to me. Beautiful. I'm one of the only people he follows on Instagram, which is what I found out recently.
Wow, that's amazing.
So, I think he is somebody who is absolutely phenomenal as a human being.
But doesn't that amplify in so many ways?
It does.
The fact that the man is at the apex of what he does.
Yes.
I think it's just that aspect, right?
Yeah.
What we were just talking about is the way the universe responds. And I think it's that energy flow, right?
It is.
He works on a beautiful energy flow and it just
absolutely.
constantly keeps him going and uplifting him.
And that's what makes him a superhuman, and that I call him that all the time. And I always tell him, I said, I have no idea how you do it, because you do it so nicely. And I think the way he deals with human beings, I think he does not look at them only as mere commodities or just as co-workers. I think he likes to make a relationship with people.
Yes.
And he humanizes an industry which is not so humanized.
But this is something which I actually want to share with the both of you guys. I mean, you guys have been talking about this is prior to the way when we started talking in terms of the brick bats and all of that, right? This is my take on it, to be honest. It's and this is for the both of you. Both of our fabulous actors. You guys essentially are portraying a particular character.
Right.
There is always a strange dichotomy that goes through the mind of an audience when they suddenly see a character come out at them and they don't perceive it in the so-called conventional ways.
Yes.
But as two very powerful women and as two really good actors, I just want to say this. Don't really give a damn about anything which is going on in terms of social media. It's pretty much like what I went through when I was buying condoms. Mr. Gupta saying something.
I'll just think of everybody as Gupta.
Always.
Gupta ji ke bare mein.
No Gupta Raho.
But he made sure there was no Gupta Rok though.
I said Gupta Raho.
I said Gupta.
It's the same philosophy, right? एक कान से सुन दूसरे कान.
I think so, but यार मैंने अभी तक इतनी मोटी चमड़ी उगाई नहीं है. बढ़ानी पड़ेगी, because मुझे कभी ऐसा कोई रोल मिला नहीं where people have been like, oh my god, what has she done? And and on the other hand, my DMs in my life have never been full. I've had full DMs. I've had people, women
Right.
And I will kid you, this though I have to tell you. So I'm the most unsocial social person. Like I will meet people. I know everybody in the world, but I don't go out to parties because I don't do Saturday nights, I do Sunday mornings. So you'll see me back road running.
Sure.
So it's one of those things where I like to have my mornings. I love my subah. मुझे सुबह का सूरज पसंद है, मुझे सुबह की दौड़ पसंद है, मुझे सुबह मेरे लोखंड वाला बैक रोड के अंकल्स आंटीज बहुत मजेदार लगते हैं. मुझे मजा आता है उनके साथ बातें करने में. कोई मिल जाता है, आप उस फिल्म में थी, मुझे बहुत मजा आया. Those kind of things, and I'm very happy because they are not like the filmy people. They are the ones who are like literally on the road, who are meeting me every day.
Yeah.
They don't know. Some of them have also like met me and they're like, अरे तुमने बताया नहीं तुम उस शो में हो? हमको तो पता ही नहीं था कि तुम उस शो में हो.
तुम्हें 2 पराठे कम मिलेंगे.
So it's one of those things. And I remember like I went to this party recently in the evening because I was doing an interview with Renil.
Yeah.
And Renil was like, chalo, and I was like, नहीं मैं नहीं जा रही यार, मैं तो invited parties में नहीं जाती, तुम तो मुझे फिर भी uninvited party में लेके जा रहे हो. He like, no, you come as my +1 and all. I said, चलो ठीक है. I was like, चलो मैं बाहर जाती नहीं हूँ, कभी-कभार थोड़ा दिखाना is not a bad thing. So I went to the party and I kid you not, at least 25 girls have come to me and have all swarmed around me.
That's beautiful, man.
And they were like,
I
Amal.
appreciated it.
Yeah, they were like, Amal. And I was like, they know my character name.
That's nice.
I was on top of the moon. I was really over the moon. And I was just like, guys, like, I came back home and I told my mom, I said, do you know people knew my character? They didn't call me Aahana. They came to me and they were like, Amal. And I was like, oh my God, this has never happened to me. It's never happened to me.
That's fabulous.
So I was like, you know what, whatever, Twitter, all that noise, it doesn't matter. This is the truth. This has happened right in front of my eyes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
So also you've, other than, of course, OTT and films, etc., theatre is another big thing in your life. Yes. And you've also had the mega fortune of working with Nasir sir. Now he's a tough taskmaster. One has known that about him, yes. But what was that experience like?
Oh, it's the best. I think I'm everything because of him. I owe my life to him. I owe everything to him. Ratna, Maxa, these are the 3 absolute, bricks, pillars is what I would like to say, of my life. Because they have also, as I said, they have made me very compassionate towards what I do.
Yeah.
They have also made me make it look like, that it's normal. This is your professional life, but you also have a personal.
Right.
Yes.
And you should not merge the two. True. And there is no reason why you should think a certain thing of yourself. You can also, because if you're not going to humanize anything for yourself, then you're nobody and you'll not be able to play characters. So don't take yourself away from life. And I love that.
Not real then, right?
I mean, then just not. And I think that happens in our business a lot.
Yeah.
People confuse real and real.
Yeah.
And that happens, and the line starts getting blurred. But I think in this case, like with Nasir sir, I'll go out anywhere for a drink or like for dinner with him.
Sure.
With Ratna, she'll just be like, I've got this for you, let's go. Like we go to Kolkata, we are like going shopping, we're having fuchkas, both of us.
Nice.
And Nasir sir's a massive taskmaster. He's not somebody who will. He knows when you haven't read your text and you've come to rehearsal. If you make an from the the. He will know
He'll
it.
Catch you.
Oh, catch? He'll
Whip you. Skin you.
Alive. Burn you. So, it's one of those things. Like, he's somebody who works so hard on his craft. He expects you to do the same.
Sure.
And he never tells me that. He always says one thing which I love. He says there are no bad actors. There are only lazy actors.
Yeah. Nice.
So, you don't work on your craft and it will be visible and people can see through that. So, you'll never be able to... you can never say that my performance was not, whatever. He'll just be like, no, because you didn't work hard enough on that character. Right. So he expects the same kind. So I'm glad that because I started my career with him and with Ratna ma'am. And Ratna ma'am brought like a with Nasir sir, what happens is like, he's a taskmaster. But Ratna ma'am will see that. She'll come to you on the side and she'll be like,
she will,
calm things down.
This is what you need to do.
Yeah.
This is what you should do. And then you go like, is that what he meant? I thought I should just go and kill myself. So it's one of those things.
That too, but later after the performance.
He does make you cry and you whimper and you go to the corner and you sob and you come
is
back.
fabulous.
But it always,
But I think the kind of stuff, like he gave me 2-3 anecdotes right when the beginning of my career. He said you will get roles which will be, roles where you will have to like completely block the noise. You will have to make sure that you do not, you can be unpleasant. you do what it takes.
Sure.
Yeah.
You do what it takes, and you do not listen to anybody.
Yeah.
Learn how to block the noise off, and that's what we all do on
Yeah.
stage as well. Because
Yeah.
there's so many times phones going off, people are talking on the
Talking,
phone.
yeah,
correct.
It's
yeah.
India. Nobody cares about like
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
you know. Oh, actor तो stage पे acting कर ही रहा है ना. हमको क्या फर्क पड़ता है? हम तो phone पे बात करेंगे. So that happens with us.
अच्छा यार,
No, no.
अच्छा play अच्छा
It's
चल रहा है.
really funny, you know. When
Yeah,
people in the
yeah,
middle
of
of the
course.
show, Suchi, I'm sure that
Especially, yeah,
happens.
They're the people who basically want to save the money on the ticket and want to tell them back home. बुरा नहीं है, कल जरूर. But no, actually that is reflected in terms of the characters that you do, Suchi,
Yeah.
in terms of what
Yeah,
the
yeah, of course.
different, the characters that you've done.
Yeah.
And which actually, you love sports, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
You love all kinds of sports. And you're going to go ahead and hopefully you'll be doing something related to cricket. Hopefully soon.
I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, I mean-
I hope the universe is listening.
Because
So when
yeah.
it comes to a role like that, Aahana, when you, if it's a biopic or you are playing somebody else.
Yeah.
Up to now, the characters that you've played, research and stuff, whatever else you've done. But when it's somebody
Yeah.
living, it's not just a character.
Right.
What do you think? What's your take on it, and how do you approach something like that?
So I did have the good fortune to play Priyanka Gandhi in the
That's
Accidental
right, of
Prime
course,
Minister.
yes. Yes,
I
yes,
did
yes.
play her, but I didn't really have too many scenes, per se,
Sure.
to play her out.
Yes,
you know.
yes.
But I did like it was. This is a really weird or surreal sort of a moment I had, and I remember when I got a call and they were like, we want you to play Priyanka Gandhi and we want you to come and test. So Priyanka doesn't have too many. That time I'm talking about like when the film was
Sure,
shot.
sure.
At that time like there wasn't any video of hers. There was only that one sit down video that she had done with Barkha Dar. And I remember like I just quickly I was like
Watched
I
it.
hadn't even read the book. I have no idea क्या है मुझे call आया. I just
Yeah.
want to go for the audition because that's what actors do.
Sure.
ना? Like, call आया जल्दी से तैयार होके जाना है.
correct.
So I got a call from the casting director and Hansal sir had suggested my name. And I went and, just like quickly saw the video and I was like, okay. And then when I went for the look test, they gave me like this wig. And I till then did not figure out why is it that they want to cast me, because I know there are other girls who can also look like her. But they wanted somebody tall and stuff. And I was like, okay. So they put me in a sari and then they put me in that wig. And then they did like a little bit of makeup and I just saw myself in the mirror and I was like,
Wow.
literally, it was literally like that
Wow.
for me.
Yeah.
So I think costume is like such a huge
You
part
bet.
of our
Absolutely.
being. People don't give enough emphasis to that in India, but I
Yeah.
really think we should give it to our costume designers, because the minute I was put into in a
sari,
sari,
and
that it was like a suta ka, like it was a cotton sari, I remember, and it was a
Yeah.
cotton ka blouse,
Yeah.
which is what she wears.
Yeah.
And then I was put into that, the wig,
Yeah.
and I just looked at myself, and then of course I had seen the interview and I saw how she talks and stuff, and I did the entire, and thankfully in the audition also they were like, "Acha, hum log ye kar rahe hain." मैंने कहा, "अरे ये तो interview है,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, thankfully I've like done this and I've prepared this and I've come.
Correct.
So I think, of course, it's a lot of onus that you have to play that person right. But I also feel that you have to work then in tandem with that person.
Yeah.
I mean, leave alone if somebody's a martyr or somebody is like
Fair enough.
Yes.
not in the
Yeah.
world. But if there's a living person, then you have to work in tandem with that person, and that person should be able to approve
Were
of
you
your
able to do
performance.
so though?
I couldn't get past her. I didn't know how to get in touch with her. I knew people who are related to her, and I tried to but because it was not a film that was also going
That's
down well with
also
Congress.
given the
Yes,
political
yes.
scenario.
Yeah,
at the
I mean,
time,
I just think like it's
right.
best not to, and one doesn't think of all these things because one is only thinking of character. Ki yaar, mera to ye
Sure,
character hai,
sure.
can I just meet her? Can I whatever meet her and like just see how she talks or
Sure.
whatever? But I felt like, thank God, like I got I've at least got a taste of that life.
Sure.
So I'm happy to do that, and I feel like in India we need to start doing more stuff with women, because I feel like we don't tell enough stories with
I think
women.
you'd be
Yeah.
perfect for the role of Goswami, the fast bowler for the Indian
right.
cricket team.
Jhulan.
Yeah.
Oh God, I got brickbats for that also, so forget it. I get brickbats for everything I do.
No, but that's all part and
But
parcel
that's
of being an
fine,
actor,
because
yeah.
you know what? I'd rather get brickbats because I'd rather like raise the eyebrows and get like,
what
people.
a sportsman she is. It would be an...
I've faced her bowling.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Wow.
That's an interesting story.
So I know Jhulandi really well.
Yeah.
Because I have done a show called it was an IPL. I think it was a show with Sony. I remember, and they were doing this whole thing where I had to go to house in Moga. So I went to Harman's house in
Oh,
Moga.
I know about this. So, right. Okay, anyway, please.
And then
It's
I
a
went to
great
Smriti's
story.
house in Sangli.
Yeah.
And Smriti's mother and Smriti made anda bhurji for me, I remember.
Yeah.
And in Moga, I went and I had parathas with her, Harman's mom. And I swear to God, that's the day these girls became like
Yeah.
my superheroes.
Yeah.
I met Jhulandi. I spent an entire day with her.
Wow.
She took me out to Flurries. We
Yeah.
went and had
Yeah.
like
Nice.
a full lunch. I met her entire girl gang, and she was amazing.
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
was absolutely amazing. We went to her academy where she started learning how to bowl. And I met all her teachers, I met her guru and everybody.
Beautiful.
And she was like, "Chala, main tujhe bowl dalungi." मैंने कहा,
How quick was she?
Oh, I could not
Did you see it?
Did you?
मुझे लगा मेरी टांग
Yeah,
गई आज.
yeah.
So I'm standing there with a bat and I'm wearing heels and
Yeah, oh.
I'm in a dress and I'm bowling because I'm the anchor.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be dressed up. वरना मैं भी आती
True,
sneakers
true,
sneakers पहन के,
true,
true.
And then she's like, "चल मैं bowl डालती हूँ तू batting कर." मैंने कहा, that's so nice. And वो season ball के साथ मैंने कहा, हे भगवान. But वहाँ पर 6-7 साल की बच्चियाँ थी
Beautiful,
who were
yeah.
bowling and they blew my mind.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Amazing stuff. Amazing.
That's always so inspirational, isn't it, Suchi?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally,
I
Stories like
love
that.
these young kids who are like, and these young sports girls, because this is something that I think if I was not an actor, I probably would have been an
Would be
athlete.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seems
100%.
like that. And they kind of look up at you. I mean,
Yeah.
in a big way. I genuinely think so.
I think it
Also
really-
given your height.
It does. My height really works in my favor.
You've also done something interesting. I want to talk to you about whether you believe in, the supernatural and things like clairvoyance, etc. Because you did play a character, of a detective in your audio
Yes.
show.
I hear you.
Yeah, I hear you. That's right.
Yeah.
I hear you right now. But interesting because.
Sadly, I am seeing dead people.
To be a but being a clairvoyant, etc.
A clairaudient.
A clairaudient, rather. Have you been scared of things like that in your life generally, or have you been fascinated by things like that? I know Betal Havud.
Vikram.
During Betal.
Betal was another thing
Yeah,
altogether.
yeah.
That has just been like
Yeah.
amazing. But I think like I've always been inspired or I've always wanted to know what is on the other side. I think Stranger Things is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
I absolutely
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
it. Because for me, when I watched Stranger Things, I was like, oh my God, yeah, there is a flip side to the world. And how do we know what's happening अपने नीचे? अपने ऊपर ही देखते हैं, अपने नीचे नहीं देखते हैं हम लोग. So I think it's another great perspective that kind of brought to me when I watched that show. And I've always been a fan of like horror. And in India, we don't really attempt too much horror. There are two things that I feel like which are completely missing in the entertainment space in India.
very happy
One
about
is,
that.
no, I know, is horror and one is humor.
No, because I'm traumatized with horror. So yeah, continue.
You
Yeah.
should put a lizard here.
Continue, yes.
But it's scary because I just watched Leena's film, that House of Secrets, and I
That
could
is
not
scary.
Is it scary? I haven't seen it.
No. It is scary.
It's scary,
Why?
you not sleep?
It's not. No.
I
It
could
is.
not see
It's
it.
not. It was something which completely
I
was so surreal, Suchi.
Really?
It's actually based out of a true incident that took place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And it is eerie because of the strange.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
one of those.
It's,
does those things.
it's the Barauri murders, basically.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's what the chat was all about. And I think the third episode, what probably Aahana is talking about, freaked me out. Why?
मैं तो रात
Because there was the person who did the docu on this, right? She turns around and she says there was something which she was reading off the diary.
Yes.
Which was part of
Yes.
the evidence. And she says, अच्छा 8 बजे ना पिताजी का आने का टाइम हो गया.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay. We are not
So
going to talk about House
there
of
is a
Secrets.
world like that,
Yeah,
and we
there
are
is.
so oblivious to it because we are into our entertainments and our
Sure.
jhumkas and jhumkas and
Correct.
other things. Like, come on, there's
Correct,
like
yeah.
another side. So there are so many stories. Why are we being so oblivious to that entire thing?
True.
So I've always felt
But
like horror
well
is-
told, don't you think? Aahana?
I think it was really nice. So Anubhav is a junior of mine from film school. And I messaged him at 1 a.m. And I said, आज रात में नहीं सोऊंगी साले. You know, and I was like, तूने क्या कर दिया? You know, I was so angry because I was the whole night, I kid you not, I have kept the blanket on top of my face and
God.
gone like, if I pull my blanket down, I'll see somebody hanging like.
No, it was no. What are you doing? You played a clairvoyant,
A blind clairvoyant,
I mean,
clairvoyant,
yeah,
that
fair
too.
enough.
Yeah,
so
of
at
course.
least you're not seeing, but the other people are. Thankfully. But
Yeah.
you essentially were talking about the fact that horror is something which has not been explored as well.
Yeah, not
in
as well
India
as, yeah.
I think it's something that we are afraid or we are shying away from really taking a leap, and I thought Betal was a step forward.
Absolutely.
Yes, it was an experiment, and it, I don't think it was a very successful one, but I felt at least Patrick and Nikhil
yeah.
tried something new. We need new stories. We cannot be happy telling like एक लड़का एक लड़की से मिलता है, दोनों प्यार में पागल होते हैं,
Yeah.
फिर लड़का लड़की को झापड़ मारता है.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
after
yeah,
a
the
point, it's
runner
also
man.
boring to watch this constantly.
You just
Yeah.
recited my childhood trauma.
नहीं, मैंने कहा लड़का लड़की को झापड़ मारता है. That's very newfound love,
Yeah.
no? But this is what I'm saying. कि even humor, I feel in India, is not a very explored concept. I'm not talking about Sarabhai versus Sarabhai. We've had Dekh Bhai Dekh,
Yes.
we've had Sarabhai
Sure.
versus Sarabhai, and we've had some fabulous shows.
Office,
that
Office.
Shows Zaban Sambhal Ke.
Sure.
The shows that we've all
ये
grown
जो
up
है
watching.
जिंदगी.
So we don't tell slice of life things,
Sure.
and I don't know why we are always so shy from telling this stuff, and why should it only be for the GEC audience, and why can't it be on the OTT platforms?
So what is with one slice of life that you wouldn't be shy about telling us on
Slice of
one slice of your life, which may not be a secret anymore, but which what you might like to share with us on Hear It Here?
I haven't-
Anything that you can tell us about your professional life, or about anything that you're excited about doing, or something else that you want to do, which you
Or
aim
anything,
at.
I mean.
Anything!
Anything about Aahana, which others don't know.
I don't think I've told anybody yet, but I bought my first home in Bombay.
Congratulations! Housewarming finally free food.
Finally,
वो तो ऐसे ही आ जाओ. So yeah, I bought my first home, and I've been very,
That's
very proud
awesome.
about it. And
Brilliant,
I've been working to, I've been manifesting this for a very long time.
Fabulous.
And I think anybody, like all
Well
my
done,
friends,
girl.
so
Yeah,
I was very happy about it. My parents are like, oh, finally you'll leave the house, and I'm just like, yeah, तेरी विदाई कर देंगे.
But it's exciting, right? Doing up a
That's
place.
nice.
I am. I've been really like only thinking of tiles and like, wardrobes and PO कराएं कि veneers कराएं कि क्या कराएं. Because it's huge. But I didn't know it takes up so much of your time and effort and everything. But I really feel that I'm so happy that this is happening simultaneously.
so beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm very, very excited.
No,
about
excellent. No,
So
and from
beautiful.
us to you, of course, I'll be there at the house.
Of course.
But it's been absolutely fabulous chatting with you, Aahana. It's been so great.
But I want to chat more.
it. Actually, you want to chat
Want to chat more?
You're just telling me leave the room and whatever.
That he's telling him to chat more.
Basically.
But no, it's been fabulous chatting with you on Hear It Here. Thank you for taking the time to come here
Likewise.
to the studio, and we will be following your career and whatever else you are doing. So we will be having you
Yeah.
back here in the studio when you
Because
come.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be filled with excitement.
It will.
Yeah.
Yay!
There we have it, Aahana Kumra with us on Hear It Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Sudhi and Suchi. I like that.
Hear It Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
So much fun, there.
I
Suchi,
mean, she's absolutely amazing. Yeah.
and congratulations to her again for the house here, Suchi. She's bought
Yes,
a house
absolutely.
recently.
Doing it
and
all up. She's promised me a housewarming party. We shall see.
We shall be going,
We shall
both of
see.
us.
Yeah,
I
we
shall be
shall.
reminding you again and
Okay,
again.
we will
You
see.
never take me anywhere. That's the
But
problem.
Aahana Kumra, more power to you, man. Thank you for being
I
with
feel
us
so
on
left
Hear It
out
Here.
here.
Now, since we're talking about Bollywood and one of our superstars is never far behind, we're talking about Hrithik Roshan. Now, his father. Oh, yes, that's Sudhi's favorite. Hrithik Roshan. Lovely. Well, his father, Rakesh Roshan. You have anything for that? Okay. Rakesh Roshan.
I was going to do, but
But then again, last year he actually announced that they were going to start with Krish 4.
oh, okay.
Believe it or not, Krish 4.
Did you like the other three?
Yes, absolutely. My daughter loved them, and she made us watch each of them about 3 times. You can ask my husband. But but
Poor
Krish
guy
4
must
was
have been
being
scarred.
announced. Yeah. But then again, thanks to the pandemic, Rakesh Roshan decided to now announce that Krish 4 will happen after the pandemic settles.
Chalo,
down.
acha,
Now,
we
God
have
knows.
some time to kind of.
Yeah, to wait and see what Krish 4 will be
Yeah,
wearing
yes.
or what Krish 4 will
Right,
be doing
right,
now.
right.
This whole superhero thing, I wonder what else they'll add to his, his
Repertoire.
frankly speaking, because, in the first 3, of course, we saw him flying around and.
But
all sorts
apparently,
of-
yeah, Suchi, he really kind of went through a lot of accidents as well while
Yes,
shooting the
yes.
other 3.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
some serious ones. I mean,
Yeah, because he, wants to do all of his stunts himself,
Yeah.
which is great. But, Hrithik, Be careful, yaar.
Yeah, but I mean, talking about superhero films, Suchi, this might be the perfect timing for Krish 4 to come out very soon if the way they're going about it, because we of course have No Way Home, which is the Spider-Man series.
Spider-Man, then
Tom
of
Holland.
course, and then of course our homegrown from Malayalis country, it is Minnal Murali Malayali song.
I saw it.
Fab, no?
Quite nice.
Really good,
Quite
yeah,
nice.
superhero in a lungi. How cute is
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
You know? Really, really amazing. But for now, we are going to wait for Krish 4 to start. And they say that they're going to bring Jadoo back. Yeah, Jadoo, not magic, Jadoo, that character, Jadoo.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I wonder what Jadoo will be doing this one. I wonder what Krish will be wearing in this one. And I wonder whether there will be a franchise of more Krish things. Frankly speaking, I actually went and bought a Krish pendant.
You did?
Yeah, because his sister Farah Khan is a friend of mine, and I went for it, and Hrithik was there, and I was hosting the show, and then I said, "Chalo, might as well." So I bought a little.
You
Krish
wear it
pendant.
every day, like, quietly in the evenings.
No,
and-
maybe when Krish 4 releases, I'll wear it again.
Right.
Okay.
That's very diplomatic of you.
Now, this is the world of Hear It Here with Sudhi and Suchi, and when we're talking about the world, Priyanka Chopra, an ex-Miss World, can't really be too far away. She has always been making waves, and kudos to that girl, really.
Absolutely.
But apparently, before she came into the industry, even when she was a model, she faced a lot of criticism because of her color. Kali, they used to call her. I mean, if they called
That's
her Kali, what would they
ridiculous.
call me?
Dusky?
Yeah, I mean, they could have called her anything, not Kali.
But that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It
Apparently,
truly
she
is.
lost out on a lot of work because of that particular.
I think, Suchi, it has a lot to do with, I don't know, I'm sorry to say this, but collective consciousness in terms of our country, we're still not over the entire aspect of the white skin and the fair skin and all of that.
Yes, apparently. Now,
You think that has a lot to do with the fact that we were oppressed for so many years?
Who the hell knows? But
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
care.
Sad.
Black is beautiful,
It's
dark is beautiful,
absolutely,
and Priyanka has shown the way, definitely. She started off when she was 17, and she had experiences wherein she was rejected from a lot of movies because of her skin color. Not only that, PC has always been one of those people with a lot of spunk. Okay,
Sure.
She says it like it is. She does it, the way she wants to do it. And apparently, when she had gone to meet one director, about a movie, about a narration, he told her, and her mother used to always accompany her,
Fair.
right?
Yeah, because obviously she's young and
she's
all
young,
that, right?
And he told her, well, why don't you come inside and I'll do the narration, let your mother wait outside. And
Kyun?
Priyanka
Kamra
said,
chota tha?
Kya pata? But Priyanka actually turned around and told him, if you're narrating a story that my mother can't listen to, that's not suitable for her, then I'm not doing it.
Nice uppercut to the jaw. I like it.
Nice one, huh?
Yeah,
Very good. I'm
yeah.
very, very happy that she said something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also another designer. Yeah, another designer said to her, there was a film that was being made. And he said, the director's saying, we've got to put you in itsy-bitsy clothes because, what's the point of being a...
Gana acha tha magar, itsy bitsy, teeny weeny.
Nothing to do with that film. But nevertheless, they said, if a Miss World is in our film, we have to show her true self and her true body and all of this. She said, I mean, like, hello. So she said, no, I don't think I need to show anything after becoming Miss World or anything like that. So
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair
So
enough.
apparently that guy was a big director. And she lost out on about 10 films.
But he had a weight
used to be
issue.
really- I have no idea. 10 films. She lost out on 10 films thanks to
Because of
this
this skin
yeah,
color
because of
issue
the,
and
no,
then
because
and
of
the
her
fact
saying
that,
that she's not going to wear itsy bitsy clothes. Not only that, after that Priyanka said, "Chalo jaane de yaar, chalo main jati hu US." In the US also, first they, a lot of people sometimes say, oh, they love color, etc., their skin color, etc. there. But she did face a lot of criticism in the beginning due to that. But then once Quantico came, say Quantico.
Quantico.
Yeah, Quantico. It's not Quantico. It's Quantico.
Quantico?
Yeah.
Like dollars?
Yeah, like dollars. So when Quantico came onto the scene, and after that,
Did you like it though?
Yeah, it was decent. It was
Okay.
alright. Yeah.
Fair enough.
And after that, Baywatch. She did Baywatch.
Ah.
Yeah. And after
Very
that,
forgettable, but aage.
No, after that she did The White Tiger.
That was nice.
That was a nice movie.
Yeah.
And of course, most recently, she has definitely shown her acting chops.
That
in
she's the one,
Matrix.
but she's not the one.
She's not the one, but she is in The Resurrection Matrix. Okay.
Correct. And she did a decent job, huh? Suchi, I saw the film.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm still to see it, but I know that she has done a pretty good job. Purab's in that too, right?
Yes,
Purab
he
Kohli.
is. Yes,
yeah.
he is.
Also, another Indian element in that film. But
Kudos to her, yeah. Seriously,
Yeah.
kudos to her. I think she's built a huge image for herself.
Yep.
She's almost like an empire now, the way she has kind of conducted her career path.
Yeah,
Like she's
yeah.
she's doing a lot of international projects
Absolutely.
and all of those things.
You know, and as I said, PC says it like it is. So not only she was frank enough to tell people that even though she played Mary Com, it should have actually gone to an actress from the Northeast.
Beautiful, yeah,
You
Suchi.
know, which
I
is
didn't know
good.
that.
Yeah,
That's
which is
really
good,
nice,
no?
yeah.
So way to go, Priyanka.
Well, it's sad, but it's true. And a great song by Metallica. But also, I shall use that now to tell you guys that this is that part of the show where Suchi has to leave.
No,
I'm sticking around.
No,
But
no. Both of us are leaving, but we will be with you very shortly, very soon with yet another episode of
Are you
Year to
finally
Year.
taking me
For
out
now,
somewhere?
we can say sayonara, sayonara, sayonara,
Nice.
sayonara. Tata.
bye bye.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.